Welcome to this week's episode of the BuzzBoys Podcast.
We're here.
This week, apparently, we're having a one-off-one. While you're opening that, who are you?
Oh, I'm Matthew.
Matthew, all right.
The kid.
Johnny Boy.
Johnny Boy.
Dominic Anthony Foja.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool guys.
Oh,
This
look,
week,
see, that's
real
why
quick,
we went with
real
this
quick,
one. We have a white card.
We're
That's
opening,
already a good
hold on,
sign.
we're opening Sword and Shield, and we got a white card.
For those of you that
So-
don't know, we rigged these.
Are we going to go Matt first, or what are we
Wait,
doing?
hold
Alright.
on. So I say we just do them on the same time.
Okay,
Or
do
like
me a
at the
favor.
same time, and we put them down.
Put
Yeah,
them,
like
put them
that.
both like one card here and then one right
Yeah.
there. Right?
And background, this guy's over doing the base set of Sword and Shield, and I'm doing the one that just came out. Battle Styles.
That's actually why we're doing a battle pack opening.
Yeah, we're doing a battle themed opening.
All right, so do it. Both of you, put both of your hands right here, and then we'll like.
Let me do my card trick here.
Ooh, we got a green one. Ew.
Oh,
We don't like to
Never
see
mind.
green.
That's no
We
good.
don't like to
Okay.
see green code cards.
Ready? Fire. Water.
Bringing them in closer. Bring them in closer so we can
Alright.
see my screen. There you go.
The
Perfect.
Psychic. Product. Water tap. Alright.
Right
Tower
on.
of Waters.
Wood break. Cute little
Snap.
donkey. Ooh. Score bunny.
Keep to your mind.
Let's see.
Dude, garbage.
Ghastly. Reverse hall ghastly.
Garbage.
I already win. Let's see. Oh.
Full art.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh,
Cramoran.
okay.
V. Damn it.
We already have it.
Yeah, we do. But it's alright.
No.
Still
That's a good
winner.
pack, though.
Winner.
So
Basically,
our
Matt
best
just
ones.
pwned you.
Criminal.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
How
this Hollow Ghastly.
Wait, real quick.
Alright.
Ran it.
Reverse hollow. But like I basically lost this from the start
That's
with
how
this
you know.
green code
That's
card.
just fair, no.
That's how you know.
Hey, how do you feel about losing right now? Tell me.
Terrible.
Tell me.
Terrible.
How does it feel to be the disappointment twice?
Terrible.
Hey, how does it feel to win right
I
now?
feel great.
What are you gonna
This
do?
is something I'm used to. You know, like we just worked hard. We stayed focused, and yeah.
Being the twin that's the underdog, 11 minutes behind the other.
Yeah.
How did it feel coming into this and
These-
just performing victory?
Well, it's just trying to make things smaller. You have to do things one step at a time, and that's how we work. You know,
Talk
we
Steve.
just got
Got cards deep. Got you.
cards deep. Yeah, that's what we did.
Okay,
See you next year.
guys, that concludes
We'll
our
get next year.
Pokemon thing.
We'll see
All right,
next year.
so that's it for the
God bless.
Pokemon segment. Again, we pulled from the base Sword and Shield
cool
as
card,
well
man.
as the
Pretty
new,
cool little full art.
what was it? Battle what?
Battle Styles.
Battle Styles.
Battle stuff.
Dude, I thought
This
this
is
was
our,
gonna be
our
a
top bonus
what's
time.
we call it? A Zamazenta.
Whatever. It's cool. Full arts are cool.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the video here. But okay, cool.
And we're still on
So-
set.
We are.
Yes, we sure are. So
Oh,
now we're
a
gonna
little
continue.
different Pokemon opening.
Yeah.
It was next.
It was good.
I'll switch it up. Now we're gonna continue with our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah.
Back to normal.
8 times in a row, 8 though?
That's true.
Wow.
Is it really 8?
Yeah, because we had episode 0. This is episode
Yeah.
7.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the real fans would know that this is episode 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it there?
Yeah, that's how we'll do that.
All right. So last week somebody gave us some homework.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was
Some of 'em-
Professor John, myself.
That's correct.
Yes.
This guy.
Some
play.
Some up.
Yeah. I got my roller. I got my chalk.
And what did we watch?
And I was teaching.
What's a roller? Oh, ruler. I thought he
Roller.
said roller. I was like, dude, that's not.
Yeah, phone
Hot
roller.
start.
Okay.
Hot start. But I gave a little assignment to watch Justice League Dark, Apokolips War.
Got you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start it with giving you guys a little bit of info on it. So this is not like frame by frame from the comics. It's based on a storyline called Darkseid Wars,
Mhm.
and this was in the New 52. Justice League, Gasoline,
So this
Gasoline
is like
story.
its own spin on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the comics.
But it's as if everything that they did went wrong.
But
Like that's what this movie is.
It really did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
really
did.
did.
Yeah, no, and
Spoiler free.
God.
Just keeping it spoiler free.
and
Just
then
kidding, guys.
this is also like the last movie of this connected cartoon verse that they're doing.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because before this, some more background. There's like a Justice League,
There's a couple Justice
Teen
League
Titans
movies,
one,
Teen
there's
Titans,
Justice League Dark,
Batman.
Batman has a few.
They're
Bad
all
Blood and-
connected supposedly, and
Flashpoint.
then this is the one that supposedly ends that little
Yeah.
verse that they started.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right, so spoiler free. what you guys think about this movie, because spoiler free from Teach, it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
It's a very
Dark-ass
like
movie.
really pretty gory, surprisingly gory movie, but like
Rated R.
Rated
yeah,
R, yeah.
that's also true.
We had a couple
And-
F-bombs here and there.
It is on HBO Max.
rightfully so, rated R, I think.
I liked it rated R, though.
It was
good.
it was
I liked it rated
you know,
R.
it was weird because it low key reminds me of Justice League because you know it's like you know it's sort of violent and whatever.
Yeah.
The Snyder Cut, anyways, but like. It was such an more of an interesting story,
Yeah.
you know, because of, I mean, we see a lot more of Darkseid
Mm-hmm.
and like this future that they go to, and you know, just all hell breaks loose. So
Yeah.
it's really interesting.
No, yeah, I was kind of like the same way, because when I was going into this movie, as someone who's read like the Dark Side Wars of New 52, I already had my own expectations, and when you know that comic goes the way it does, you're like, okay, well, like I think you kind of have an idea what's going on, but you really don't, because they just flip the whole story on its
Yeah,
head.
that's true.
But the main thing though that I already kind of knew was that this one was gonna end it, but I was curious how they were gonna do it, and I really liked how they kind of like brought things forward, but it moved really fast.
Yeah.
It moved really.
But
fast.
it felt like a
Smoothly.
comic book.
Yeah, smoothly though,
Yeah.
because I think it went comic book speed, right?
Yeah.
Because like once you're reading a comic book or a manga, like it's just the bare bones, like
Yeah.
everything that you need to know. This and
it was
that.
constantly.
Yeah.
It was constantly going forward with the story. It's like constantly.
which
being
like that was
progressed.
something that I enjoyed, but I feel like I would have liked the movie because I already liked the movie. Spoiler alert. But I feel like if I kept up with all the other past animated ones that they came out with, like I would have been way more connected to the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Anything down?
Oh no, I thought it was good. What I really liked is that it didn't lead off of like Batman or Superman. It led off of Constantine. So I thought that was a cool
Yeah.
aspect of
Yeah, that it focused on Constantine.
and I thought it was good. I thought it was
I,
good.
Yeah,
I also
I
like
thought
that
it
he
was
was he was a cheeky boy.
He was a Bret, yeah.
He was a brat.
He was kind of a fresh character.
Plus he
you
said
know,
bullets.
like,
Yeah.
he's a lot different than I mean, because we're so focused on like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. Like those are the top three we always get. Flash and Green Lantern, and then
Like
also
basically like the
Martian
main
Manhunter.
seven of the
Exactly,
Justice League.
exactly.
That's what we get focused on all the time.
And so it's really nice to have Constantine because like I don't know, he is a bastard, you know, he's like he's real mean. He's not mean, but you know, like he just has a rough personality.
Yeah.
But it really meshes well with like everything that happened in
He's
this
very
storyline, and I don't know, it fit well. It was a good choice.
Oh, good. All right. So we're just gonna get into it. All right.
So
That was the
getting
end of like
Spoiler free.
spoiler free. We're going into spoilers.
All right, final
Because
spoiler
this
warning.
was a fast movie, so
Yeah.
so guys, we're gonna move.
Yeah.
Final spoiler
Alright.
warning. So
Yeah,
we're getting into
so
spoilers here. So if you haven't seen
the
it, check
frick
it
out
out.
and get
It's
the
only
frick
about
back.
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
right?
it's an
Total
hour and
runtime.
Fast,
So
fast watch.
easy movie, quick watch. Like it's real good. So
Yeah.
spoiler warning right here.
All right. So like basically from like the start of the movie, it goes from all right. They plan out this attack on like Darkseid. Darkseid knows about it, and then they go to Apokolips. Boom, boom, boom. They do a 2-year time jump from the jump. Like so like how do you guys feel about that?
I thought it was good, and I just thought that was just like the perfect example of like here's what you need to know and what you should know. So we're gonna skip the 2 years in between, and then kind of do it through like pretty clever. It's not clever, but I am guess they kind of did some of it through flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
No, I thought the time jump was good because it threw right in there.
Yeah, I know.
Pushed right in there.
Because at first I was a little thrown off, and I was like, "Damn, like we're already getting a time jump? Is like what's going on here?" And then it just goes into like a post-apocalyptic world, pretty much.
I think it was also like pretty well done, and I like the fact that whatever was needed to know within that time jump, you do see it later, like in
Yeah.
flashbacks,
Yeah.
like it was said. So like literally everything that is important that you do need to know definitely gets covered, and then everything else is just kind of like, all right, you know, let's get to the meat of the story of what we're getting to, the whole point of like why this is going on now, you know.
No, yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
no, I thought the time jump was good. I actually looked away for like a tiny bit when they actually did the time jump.
Right,
So
yeah.
I
did the same
yeah.
thing.
I came
Like,
back and I was
at
like,
first, I had to-
what is happening? And then the
I had to
scene
go
where
back to
Constantine is in the bar with Etrigan,
yeah.
I was like, is this a bar on like the place? So I was like so
Yeah.
confused. I was like, what the heck? So, but then I figured that once I saw Soup and Raven walk in, I was like, oh, okay, I think I know what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably could have done a little bit better of a job, like making that very clear that's this just happened. But
see, did they have it like letters? Because I'm telling you, I looked away.
They actually did.
It was like in the corner though, huh?
Yeah, but it was in like the left corner.
I'm telling you, I looked away. I didn't see it actually. I do the time jump because it's like immediately after they get ambushed, and then when it came back, I was like, they found a bar on this place, and I don't know what's going on.
They're just cracking beers already.
Life is back to normal. Cool.
Yeah,
yeah, I know. And then
movie over.
So like pretty much like once they got to Apokolips, they got jumped.
They just get their
They got jumped
by the Paradooms.
By the Paradooms.
Well, they are.
Who are actually they are parademons, but infused with Doomsday's blood.
Yeah, so they're half Parademon, half Doomsday, which
is terrifying.
Insane.
Terrifying.
An army of them too.
I mean, I could take them.
They just need a little meatball.
Yeah.
With your girlfriend Gal Gadot.
No, actually.
And then.
Sorry. Yeah,
I'm
sorry. I hate to bring up these feelings. I'm sorry.
He doesn't like to talk about it.
Dom gets very.
I get really annoyed when we talk about DC.
I'm so sorry, dude.
I mean,
John, carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then, so Darkseid kind of did a number on the Justice League.
Ooh.
And, like, kind of did him, like, dirty.
Can I
like,
bring
tortured him.
Can I bring up something real quick,
all
though?
of them.
Tortured him.
I didn't like Darkseid's voice.
Really?
I didn't like it.
I thought it was good.
Spicy take, because I thought it kind of sounded, like, a little off. Like, because I don't know why, because I think in the first Justice League movie, it was different.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like, it was definitely different, and, like, this was, like, just a different, like, voice actor. Yeah. And, I don't know.
I was hoping for more of like a godly. He sounded more like human than he did like kind of like
that's true.
Titan god.
Like, it would have been cool if he had a more like kind of like monstrous voice like Steppenwolf in the Snyder cut. Like he had such a cool and like threatening voice.
Even what's his nuts voice? The demon guy. What's his name? The red demon guy who is inside Raven. Trigon.
Yeah.
His voice was like...
see, like, that was like that.
It was
like,
more commanding.
That was like the Demon King God, like,
that was
like
so
presence.
That was really sick, though, where he's just like, I'll handle it. Like,
oh my god.
He's like,
that
what
was
a great
nice.
gift, daughter.
No, yeah, that was dope.
Well, yeah, no, and like,
the guy just wanted to fight for just forever.
Yeah, so, like, that goes into, like, this following question is that a lot was going on with Superman.
Yeah.
And it's like, first, like, Darkseid, like, kind of did him dirty and, like, basically turned him into, like, a common man and then sent him back to his planet to, like, just, like, basically, like, show the people of their planet that, like, their champion is just, like, down to them. Like, they're on the same level and they don't got anybody. And that was demoralizing.
I am talking about that was pretty intense because he was even branded, too.
Yeah.
He was even branded just to demoralize everybody. That's why he kept him alive. I was like, damn, that's pretty messed up.
And you can see like how like vulnerable he is. I like how they pointed that out because instead of like him being like I could just do it on my own because like Superman is just such an OP character. He's like asking people. He's like, I really need your help. Like I really could use it. Like, I really could do this. And like it's weird hearing that because you're like, dude, you're Soups. Like, just do it.
Yeah,
and I think that's the coolest thing though is the way they made. You know, like it really boosts the threat level of Darkseid. You know, like he just literally murked on Superman. You know, he literally punked him.
Yeah,
and like it just shows how much of a beast they're fighting up against. So like that's sick.
Yeah, no, like they really showed like what he was like capable of and like how bad of a dude he is. But also, who do you like think got it the worst out of the Justice League?
That's a pretty good question, and
like,
I think
like the worst torture because they all had their fair share, and it was pretty messed up of like what's going on with all of them.
They all did have their fair share. I don't know.
For me, I don't even know if it's the torture for me, but it's more so the characters that just kind of got murked like nothing, like Black Manta and like who else was it that we were talking about right now? Black Manta, Sharkhead also goes.
Shazam.
I mean, King Shark also goes out. Shazam too.
Yeah,
and he's missing the limbs.
That he had like a lightning leg.
I
thought that was
sick.
dope.
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool.
But like you know, like them, like the fact that they get murked, pretty much like nothing, like ripped apart. Like a Bane too. That was the other one we were talking about. Yeah. Like I think
Superboy just got his head just freaking popped.
Oh
dude.
yeah, like a bottle cap, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty gruesome. But to answer your question though. I felt really bad for Flash. He's just been running.
That was sick.
Like for like the last.
I was
week.
like
bad, but
and
sick.
and he was all like skinny too, and he was just like dude, just make me stop. Like,
and
like
he's
I
in
need
the
to stop.
freaking
Just
shock.
end,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was pretty nuts.
The Flash one is up there for sure. I kind of low key think Damian in a way, since Batman turned and then they just murked Nightwing in front of him.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
And
and
then
then he
tried
throws
to-
him in the Lazarus
Yeah,
pit,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
and then Nightwing
Just
just.
monstrifies him.
That was not a Jason Todd
Yeah.
He says some
situation
mean
there.
things to him later. Where he's
Yeah.
like, "You're a
Dude, yeah.
burden."
Ooh, yeah,
I
dude.
was like,
Damian did like
sad,
Yeah.
bro.
get a bad couple shots there. This whole movie, man.
Freaking Dick Grayson was just in a straitjacket, dude. That was crazy.
Yeah, and like then by the end he got burned alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. Like Damian Wayne was taking hits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
was
he could
taking
Yeah, like.
He looked like E.T. after he got burned too. He was
Ooh.
just like,
Yeah, no, that was really bad.
I
love
you, Raven.
Yeah, no, that was really bad. But like,
Raven.
talking about all these like people dying and stuff. Like, give me a guess of like the amount of characters that died in this movie. Because I have the number, but
Oh, no,
give me a
wow.
guess. Because there's a lot.
I want to say.
Because they went to the planet with a lot.
They did, yeah.
And then Darkseid only kept the like original 6 alive.
Uh-huh.
Jesus, man. I don't know. Is it at least above 20?
Yes.
Or around 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be like 38.
I'm going to say 33.
Okay.
If it's like 50 something.
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
It's
I'm
a
gonna-
lot.
I'm gonna say
No way.
54.
Oh,
Okay. So
38.
38, 33,
33.
54.
32.
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
Drew.
Close.
Freaking.
I got a
super close
little
to it.
because you
Okay.
said it's a lot after they said it.
Well,
so I was
like,
oh,
like
okay.
30 is a lot, but I didn't want to like.
That
give
means
it
I
away,
get to
so.
keep a shitty energy card.
Yeah, no, but
Congratulations.
dude, like,
Alright.
because like dudes were getting murked in this movie.
No.
And,
Yeah,
like,
Absolutely.
like that was like probably one of the biggest things that was like that kept throwing me off. That people kept dying, and they're like, oh, well, all right, well, we'll just keep going.
So you.
We'll just
Dude,
keep going through this like fucking movie.
It was hurting me seeing
Yeah, I
like
know.
multiple heroes just getting their necks snapped.
They were
and
getting
shit.
neck snapped,
Yeah.
ripped apart.
Ripped apart.
Shiva got shot in between
Yeah,
the eye, like
dude, I
on
was
the
like,
forehead.
okay,
like
like,
it was
can
just
we
Well,
stop?
that one was like
And then
pretty
Zatanna,
uneasy,
once
though.
they do his flashback with
John
Constantine.
Constantine, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know.
Zatanna.
And like then he booked it at first, dude. I was so pissed
dude.
at him.
Well, that's later.
Mhm.
I don't know if your questions fall into when John Constantine dies, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
And then sees his girl.
dive into it.
Dude,
Tell
well,
me.
yeah, like, oh, that part was so dope. I was like, dude, he's dead. Like, holy shit. Like, I thought he had a plan.
Yeah.
And then, boom, he sees his girl in that, like, heavenly
Oh.
And
space.
she's like, no, sorry, dude.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
gotta
sorry.
go back.
You
Yeah.
have to go back.
Girl.
Yeah, no, but and like then I was
I like
pissed.
kind of felt bad for Constantine there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That was
know.
like some Deadpool.
Because he
Deadpool
wanted to
died
stay.
and
Meets his girl.
Yeah, no. And like then his girl though, like basically like did a like
Compulsion spell?
compulsion spell.
I don't
So,
know
like
what that means.
like
I don't
basically
know
to
what
like
that
control him and like if she tells him to do something then he's got to do it.
Oh.
Yeah, so like she told him to like
Yeah,
to,
he's
like,
compelled. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
he's
you-
like
yeah.
and he's like
Alright,
I don't
that
know
makes
why
sense,
I have to leave but like I have to go.
Yeah.
But I think the best part about the whole thing, well, not the best part, but is when he's like, "Wow, like, how did you manage to get me into heaven?" And I'm like, "Oh, like, that's pretty cool." That
Yeah.
He's like,
Like,
wait,
Zatanna's above,
so is there a
babe.
bar here? That's right. We'll just
Yeah,
build
it's like,
one.
well,
Dude, he was a great character.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how much I like that guy. Like,
Constantine?
yeah,
Yeah.
Constantine's cool. But I don't know the scope of his power because I don't really know much about him at all.
I don't know.
either.
He's essentially
I
like
don't know
the
where it
dark.
comes from.
He's like a dark version of Doctor Strange, essentially.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
It's like
you
a
know?
Doctor Strange. Like,
Because this dude was just throwing out spells like nothing.
Yeah,
dude.
he
like
basically.
very
Yeah.
superior.
he had a lot. He had a lot.
He's like he's supposed to be a mixture of like
wizard.
kind of Doctor Strange and then almost like think of it like that demon guy from Invincible, the one who was the investigator.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
like the same thing, you know.
Okay,
he, like,
okay.
does
It's not
paranormal
Cecil. What's his
investigating.
name?
The one you really liked. The
Yeah.
devil dude.
That he never
Demon.
came back after
Yeah.
that. I forgot
Yeah,
about it.
no, they like
After Cecil sent him back to hell.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's true.
sealed him or something, right? In hell?
Speaking of like Invincible, I was gonna say like low-key kind of gave Invincible vibes with all these heroes like dying and stuff.
Yeah, and gore though too.
Torn in
Yeah.
half, dude.
Poor Starfire was just like
Dude,
torn in half.
like, but I have to say, I don't know if it's
That's
in your
my girl
questions or
right
not,
there.
but like
That's my girl.
seeing them like robotic, half like cybernetic, a lot of them like Mira,
Yeah.
Starfire, Wonder
Woman.
Woman. Who else? Oh, Martian
Martian
Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
That-
yeah.
Like they all look sick.
Yeah,
you know what
no.
I mean. And then once they turned
Well,
back,
like, that's what I was gonna like get to of like, what did you think about them and like just like turning into like these slaves and like for Darkseid
I think it's smart
and
because
like being like his personal guard, really.
yeah.
because in Darkseid's
Yeah, it can
head, he's
turn
probably
in-
thinking
into
like,
Furies.
no matter what I end up creating, though somehow they always end up beating it. So why don't I just use them
Yeah.
as my slaves? And especially like the world's greatest detective is like slave, like
Yeah.
his how do you say?
He just planted him on the Morbius chair.
And then
Yeah,
he took
no.
Cyborg and
Crazy.
just planted
Yeah,
him on
yeah,
the wall.
it's
he
kinda
leaves him
five-head.
planted on there, but
Yeah.
he just like uses him. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, no, and it's like that was like the one thing from Darkseid, like the comic book like
Line.
kind of line,
Yeah.
is that Batman goes on the chair, but he goes on it like for
his own knowledge.
for like the League,
Oh yeah, that's
and
right. Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
he's trying to
That's
use it for good, but it's like this like all-knowing like god entity
Yeah.
of like he basically just knows everything.
No.
I feel like they nerfed
Yeah.
the chair because I feel like if
Yeah.
it was
Like
he-
in the
him use
comics.
maybe he was nerfing himself so he wouldn't like
Blow
because
his
part
cover.
part of him was still there like
Yeah.
a little bit
Mhm.
so he didn't want to use the
What-
full power of the chair.
What did the
Yeah.
chair even like? Because all I remember saying is like, "Oh, like chair, go!" And then he just started shooting. It was like,
Yeah, that's what it does.
And I was like,
But-
"What the hell
But
is
but
this?"
that chair though, Batman asked the chair in the comics who Joker is,
Yeah,
and the chair
there's
answers
three.
back and
Like-
says
like
there
that,
are
there's
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it says back.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Like in the comics, it's a huge deal.
But
'cause it
also-
sends, which is
also-
actually a current story right
Mhm.
now. The
Yeah.
3 Jokers.
yeah.
But go on.
Yeah, no, and like the thing about this chair is that like Batman couldn't get off of it
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
because it compels him to like, or well, because it's giving him like so much power
Knowledge.
and it's like keeping him from like damn, like I kind of just want to keep this chair,
Yeah.
and like he just didn't want to get off, and like there's something going on in the comics to where like I think he was trying to and he just couldn't.
And they also
Yeah.
slapped Cyborg just on the wall.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
'Cause he
I
just,
actually kind of
like,
felt bad when I
because
saw
he
that.
like
But he
just
sounds
became a
really
part of the
creepy
planet,
though.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, dude, I'm stuck. I'm gonna blow myself up.
Yeah. I know, it's pretty messed up.
I don't know, man. I like really liked the movie. It was
Yeah,
a nice like breath of fresh air of
Mhm.
DC without being it,
but, like,
without it being a DCEU and
everybody-
the absolute
Yeah.
dumpster fire.
No,
that place
and
is.
that's the thing is that
Yeah.
they do a good job of like these animated movies.
Yeah, those
And-
are always a saving grace for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the part that that girl that gets shot in the head, like
Shiva.
everybody's
Shiva?
dying from like these supernatural like entities, and then it's
And
like
then
you
just
get
one
shot.
of
in
the
the
agents
head.
It's
just,
just-
Just a bullet, like just like.
Yeah.
to the
There was just
skull,
a
yeah.
phase member just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he just cracked out of his mind.
Robin
Yeah.
was like saying like, "Oh, like you served me well, Shiva," but like in his head, he's like, "Really a bullet? Seriously? Like there's
Like,
parademons
like-
everywhere. Like,
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 couldn't
there's,
get
like
cut in half.
paradooms everywhere.
That
like,
sounds
you
like a
get
rich
pulled
boy kind
apart
of thing. It's
everybody
like,
else.
thanks for wasting our time and
Thanks for
dying,
dying.
loser.
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
just
Wow,
loser.
dude, like you couldn't get cut in half or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like everybody else.
Jesus.
One loser.
Yeah. But
Shark is a shark.
What other questions?
So, like throughout the movie, like, could you guys pick out a part that was like definitely like your favorite part,
Oh,
and
I already know mine.
along with that, tell me your favorite character.
So throughout the whole movie, I think my favorite character, which kind of shocked me, was Constantine for sure.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he was my favorite, and my favorite part, which has to do with Constantine, was when he is going against Wonder Woman, and then she's like, "Oh, you're not gonna win because you don't have any warriors." It's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, actually, yeah, you're right."
Mhm.
And he like uses her like whip.
Yeah.
The lasso.
Mhm.
Yeah, lasso.
Yeah, and like then he like
and
turned
it's
her.
like, oh, but does he absorb magic? Because like he was like, oh, this is that like old magic, and he ended up using it on her,
yeah.
which like broke her whole thing. And I thought that was sick.
That was
yeah,
really
and
cool,
like
yeah.
That was-
super OP though.
Yeah,
Like that was insane that he just like broke her down like.
Because I feel like he like took the magic of the last one. It's like, oh, whoa, this is that old stuff. All right, cool, and he just used it back on her. I was like, all right, that was sick. That was dope.
I think for me, like, my favorite character... Well, like, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say, like, my favorite character and then my sleep... Well, I'll start with my sleeper character.
Oh, okay.
I think one of my sleeper characters for it was Lois Lane. I think she was, like, low-key really helpful and, like, so sick. Even though, like, there were multiple times where Superman was like, you know, just stay there, like, just be safe, like, don't worry about it. And she's like, dude, I'm a reporter. Like, I have to do, like, just get in there. And we see her, like, kicking Harley's... like ass. We see her like just later doing stuff like she
planning shit out.
She gets murked like obviously, but like she gets a lot of stuff done and she's like pretty sick. And then honestly my favorite character is between Constantine was the he's so well rounded. He was the one that got the most like story time character arc, like he got the most built up.
Which I'm glad cuz we've already seen a lot of all these other people, you know.
Yeah, so that one's like more so the easy pick for me, but like low key I also kind of liked like Batman's bad role. Like it was so interesting to see him like in the bad spot, and then of course like reversing it towards the end. But like you know he was just real like just a douchebag, but like
like just being an asshole
in a weird way, like a minion, you know. And it was like it was so cool. I don't know. It was interesting to see him in that role.
For me, I think my favorite character, obviously, I think Constantine. I think is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But low key, my sleeper for this movie was Etrigan. I thought he was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he was cool too. He was really cool.
I thought he was like
funny.
I thought he was a big help.
I thought it was funny too.
But
he goes out like a
champ. Kind of like Drax vibes though too.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. I just like how like OP he like randomly was like when he was just drunk in the bar and then he just sets that thing on fire and he's like, alright.
I was like, alright, I'm going back to sleep.
So then I thought, he's gonna be like very helpful. And then my favorite scene, probably definitely when Constantine dies, because I think that's cool that he's able to kind of make a peace with her, seeing as that he just left her to get mauled. I mean, there's nothing he could have done, but I mean, I thought that was cool that he was like, oh, like, you're not mad at me, like, you're good, I'm in heaven, like, we're fine, everything's good after this, and then she's like, alright, yeah, but no, go back. And then he's like, alright, but I'll be here one day. And I thought that was, like, the cool thing.
That was like, cool that he, like, got to know that, like, pretty much, like, it was against his will that he had to leave.
And on top of that, she was okay, you know, like, everything else
and,
was
like,
okay.
She did it, though, too.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
To him. And then, well, like, for me, like, my favorite character, well, like, I think the best character was Constantine. Yeah. But I think my favorite was Damian Wayne.
Low-key was actually really cool.
Yeah.
You know? Especially seeing him in the, what was it, the Brotherhood of Shadows or whatever, the Assassins?
League
of Assassins, yeah. Like, seeing him
and it kind of seemed like he, like, took, like, the lead, like, in that, like, group, I guess.
Yeah.
And like that was pretty cool, and like he was getting like shit done too.
But I thought it was wild that like he told someone, who did he promise that he wouldn't use the pit? No, Raven. He promised her, and he was like, no, I used it, but he's like he came out wrong. Yeah,
he came out wrong.
Yeah, so. But no, dude. Overall, I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah, I liked it a lot for sure.
Let's go to. You want to go to our ratings?
So final thoughts. Give me a comment. And then give me a rate on this hoe.
I'll start off real quick. I thought it was good. I think that these are what DC should stick to for now until they get their shit together. Because seeing every hero in the room gives a lot of Marvel vibes, seeing as that they were able to get every hero in the room at one point. So like I just envision that. Imagine if DC got to a point where we got standalone, like we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Imagine we can get a Teen Titans like in real life, this in real life, and then eventually they can all come together where they're all standing in a room at one time with like Cyborg, Teen Titans, like Etrigan, Constantine, like all these dudes. It'd be nice. Probably not possible because
probably never gonna get it at this point, to be honest.
But for now, it's just a hopeful thing, and I thought the movie's good, so I'm gonna give it a 7.7.
Ooh,
right there,
okay.
7.7. 7. Yeah.
Good rate, true.
So, like, I'm kind of glad. I low-key, the only thing is that sort of disappointed me, in my opinion, was just the fact that, like, I didn't know that this whole universe was connected. You know, like, I think that would have been nice if it was more clearly directed that, like, hey, dude, like, all of this is, like, one whole storyline. Like, they're not just one-offs. Like, we're actually connecting these. And that would have made, like, had I known that, I could have also gone back and watched through everything.
Yeah,
and
same.
then I feel like I would have gained a lot more appreciation for what actually happened, because like a whole lot happened in this movie. You know, especially towards the ending, it essentially like presses a reset button for the animated universe. You know, that they have going on. And everything that they had going on in the movie was very, you know, like we mentioned earlier, we didn't sit on anything too long. Everything passed by very quickly. It had a very nice flow. High speed for sure. They did a really good job of making the audience really grow attached to Constantine. I think they did a good job on that too. You know, they made him so relatable and such a cool character. Like, yeah, he's kind of an asshole, but at the same time, like, he's cool. You know, he has really good intentions.
He's almost just like very real.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he's like just a normal dude, pretty much, with all these powers.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly, I'll probably give it like a solid 8, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good. Like,
8-0.
it would be higher. Again, it would be higher had I known a lot of this was connected. I'd appreciate it a lot more. But for what it is, and for just like pretty much a one-time watch, yeah, solid 8. Like, and it's an easy watch. So like,
easy watch. No, I'm pretty much in the same spot. Like, I wish I kind of knew how connected all these were and what they were building up to. And I feel like if I did watch all those movies in succession of how they went, I would probably rate it higher than I'm going to rate it now, which is going to be an 8.2. I thought it was really good. I thought the pacing was great. A lot of the characters were great. They, like, developed everyone so well that you didn't really know. That was a solid movie, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Good couple scores there. But for myself, as Teach, I gotta give a score too.
He hasn't watched it before either.
So this was my first time watching this as well.
That's correct.
And big DC guy. I dive into the comics. So does Matt. A little bit of Drew, right? Just a tad. And it did not disappoint. Because going into this, because I thought like I was getting like a Dark Side Wars, but with a dash of something else. So I was a little scared. Because that's a great storyline. But they had a badass spin on this. And Constantine was amazing, and then like a bunch of like these other characters were great too. But for my score, I'm gonna go like 8.1. Like I'm a float around the boys here because
that's useful.
Solid.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that was our pretty much our homework for this week. Very, very solid pick, honestly. I really like this one.
Yes.
So now we're going to go ahead and talk about our latest episode of Bad Batch. So we're going to jump right into spoilers, you know, in case you're watching and you haven't seen the episodes. Just go back and watch, you know, check them out. They're Disney Plus's current heat right now that they're loading out before Loki comes out, right? That's next, Loki
in June.
And then, but yeah, so if you haven't seen... You know, Bad Batch, go check it out. We're going to be talking about it every week. So we're just going to jump into it. This is your spoiler warning right here. So, Omega. Getting hunted.
Omega.
She is. It was very interesting to find out that the Bad Batch isn't the bounty. It's Omega.
Yeah. So it's like, that's also pretty interesting because it's like, just
like,
her,
why do they want her so bad?
They do, yeah. Something's up with her. She's got, she might have some Jedi blood in her.
Yeah, I was like thinking, it's like maybe they took Obi-Wan's like DNA.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he would go there a lot.
He would go there.
He would go there a lot.
He was kind of tight with the Kaminoans.
And I think also, how do I say it?
Clink.
Oh, is that the little droid? Yeah. I think also like obviously there's another trait to her that something is going on. I don't know what she's like involved. Like I don't know what they did to her exactly because the what are those things? Those tall things? The Kaminoans or Kaminoans? They're hiding something for her, but. What I wanted to say is I don't know who put the bounty on her. Was it the Kaminoans like want her back, or was it like the Empire that like did it?
Could they? Yeah, I don't think they told us. Right?
I don't think they did. Yeah. So I don't know who's. They hunted.
Just like sent it. Wait, no, they did.
Was it Moff Gideon that did it?
No, it was what's his nuts. The it was that
not
like
Moff Gideon, Tarkin.
Tarkin, that guy.
Moff Gideon was I don't watch Star Wars. No, what I was also going to say is we did get an introduction to Fennec Shand. I think that's her name.
Yeah.
I know her name is Fennec.
Fennec, yeah.
She did appear in the second season, actually the first season of Mandalorian, but she dies, quote, supposedly. But then Boba Fett saves her. And we find out how much of a badass she is in the late episodes of
Season 2.
Man, so it's going to be fun to know what her origins are. Like, who she is.
She's a sneaky
season.
little minx.
And if I'm
though.
correct, I
She's a
think
sneaky little
the
minx.
actor that did her in Mandalorian is also voicing her in The Bad Batch.
See, that's what I like to see.
I forget her name.
I also like to see that too, because like I always think it's weird when it's a different voice compared to the actor. I'm like,
But that being
gotta sell
said,
it more.
Ahsoka was solid.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, and then Obi-Wan's voice.
Well, that's also true.
The Clone Wars.
And Anakin's too. It was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought his was cool too.
It just like it can be done like
it
badly.
can be done
but-
very well or just very
or
poorly.
yeah.
And like Filoni and everybody got it down, so they know.
Filoni,
They
Filoni.
know.
Yeah, no.
They know how to do
Filoni,
that there.
and we trust.
I also do want to point out that Disney is on this path of having like a young, like small thing that needs protecting, and then like a big group protecting it.
Mhm.
They've done that a lot. Like you see it now, like
Ooh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
Bad Batch
yeah,
and Omega,
Yeah.
and then now it's like the
Mandalore.
baby and Mando,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been doing it a lot. But it's working for them. So we'll,
I mean, it works for me too. I like.
I mean, yeah, it works for me
it
too.
It makes things
Yeah.
interesting. I feel like.
If like that's like the formula that they want to go with,
I'm fine.
Because
keep feeding it to me.
Yeah, I will eat
because
that shit up.
I'm totally fine.
Because
With it.
they're giving people like a sense of hope for the future of like the younger generation. So it's like, what can we expect from Omega, from the future? What can we expect from Grogu?
I do like that about these episodes though. Like they're definitely not just for like fans and obviously grown ups.
No, yeah.
They're very much for everybody, like kids and included. Like kind of the what we as adults call like the filler episodes. I'm sure kids are like totally like into it. The side stories and everything else that's going on. The world building, more so world building that they're doing now with post Order 66 actions and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's cool, and it was like. Definitely a shorty of an episode, which is
they're getting
kinda,
shorter,
which is kind of sad, in my opinion.
It is.
But I don't know, like I'm sure it's gonna build. We're slowly building that the fact that like Omega's like wanted, it's gonna get worse. I feel like they're gonna struggle even more to protect her, but that's just gonna make things more interesting, in the show.
Something is definitely coming with her. Like she's gonna have a big scene somewhere because down the line she's kind of been able to hold her own. She does have that child vibe.
She's a Force user though.
I think she will
sick.
be, but she does have that annoying child trait, like that child vibe where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and like she just does whatever, and then Hunter's like, I hate
She's
this,
very
like I gotta,
impulsive, right?
yeah.
like
But something
she's a balloon and just goes
something is gonna happen though. I don't know when, but it's just gonna happen where eventually like the Force is gonna pop out or something, and she's gonna do some miraculous thing, and I don't know when it's gonna be. We also haven't really seen Crosshair in a good minute.
Yeah.
So
in the last episode we didn't see him.
We didn't see him, so I'm thinking somewhere down the line we're gonna get something big, as well as I do want to point this scene out because it kind of bothered me. Wrecker stood no chance to Fennec, and that kind of pissed me off.
I was actually gonna bring that up. I was like, isn't he like supposed to be like physically the strongest?
And then he just gets like knocked out in like a second, and I was like, what the heck is this?
I was like, why did Wrecker just get like one-shotted?
Because it was a cool scene, because like you see him in the sewer, and he's like,
I actually thought that they were gonna have like a cool little like
they should have. They should have.
You know?
Like I see how like Fennec and Hunter can have a good like fight, but I would like to see at least Wrecker stand up, maybe pick her up and throw her across the sewer.
just kind of show their different fighting styles too.
Yeah.
Like Wrecker's just a bruiser, so he's gonna use his strength more, and then she's more savvy, so she's gonna use
like
more
the assassin,
like technique stuff. You know?
Because
I thought that was pretty lame and
it was
like a missed opportunity.
It was a one-sided fight, like completely. And it was just kind of
like,
a little bit of a letdown, but like,
because they hype it up though, because he's like, oh, like get to the ship, like I'll take care of this, and you're like, oh, they're gonna fight, and then he's just like boink,
wait,
and he's
and
like
and he got taken down by like what,
like it was like he hit his head, and then the gas came out, or
the gas came out and like put him to sleep or some
shit.
shit.
I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
And I thought he had his helmet on.
But the thing
kind of
is,
a cop out.
Yeah.
you never know because it might set up a round 2.
Ooh,
You know?
I hope so.
And then
I hope
actually
it's
give
an
us
actual
something.
fight.
I mean, we also can't forget, like, she's also this high skilled warrior, because even Mando didn't want to go after her in the first season when that dude is like, yo, if you just help me hunt this chick, like, you'll be fine. He's like, no, that's Fennec. Even Mandalorian is like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. Like, that's Fennec. Like, I can't. Like, I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously she has some skill behind her, but that was kind of lame. I was like, ugh, like, really, like, Wrecker's such a cool character. Like, you gotta get, like, each character somewhere down the line has to have their, like, perk of, like, me being like, yes, like, I really like this. And I just feel as though that, like, this episode as short as it is, you couldn't give me an extra minute and a half, 2 minutes of just this combat, like,
Fighting,
Of them just scrapping.
and
I would like to see that
and
too.
I usually am not a big fan of fillers, but after finding out that it's 16 episodes, I'm like, okay, I see how they're gonna add some. But if, like, you're gonna put some fillers, you gotta put some, like, content at least in it.
You have to give us some cool shit at least, you know, like, to, like, hold us over, even if it's not, like, impactful to the story, but, like, I don't know, like, we're just, like, friggin' chimps anyways, so it gives, like, a cool fight to just, like, talk about, but I don't know.
Sure.
So hopefully this will start picking it up, getting close to the mid-season finale. Hopefully they will do something big at that point,
Get some
episode
steam.
8 or 9, you know.
Yeah.
What
So we'll see.
How did it end exactly?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Let's see. They got in the ship. They took off. Fennec was like, if you hear anything, like, oh, it ends with Fennec saying, like, she's talking to someone, and she says they got away, but I'll find them. So I wonder who she's talking to.
Oh, okay. So at
Jabba,
least show
right?
us that.
She might be talking to Jabba the
Maybe.
Hutt because she used to work for the Hutts, I think.
Yeah, but like, why would he be looking for her?
Ooh,
Well, they're bounty people, right? Maybe.
Ooh, so maybe.
But I mean,
Yeah.
the only ones that could have put a bounty on her right now is either Tarkin or like the Kaminoans.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
because
they
they're the
reached
ones that know
out though.
about her.
Maybe they reached out to the syndicates or whatever.
Maybe.
They were like,
That's true. Yeah.
there's still a lot that we need to.
Well,
But any other opinions on the episode?
I think
I
that's
don't
it.
think so.
It was a pretty
I
short,
don't think
quick
so.
one.
It's
pretty
short,
sadly a short one.
Not
But
much happened there.
hopefully next week. Well, actually this week on Friday. Hopefully we'll
Friday,
get another one.
yeah.
So
That's right.
if you guys haven't been watching it, just go check it out. You know, come watch it with us.
great.
We talk about it every week. We're gonna keep up with it until it's over, and then the next one will likely be Loki. So
Yeah.
just keep on
Loki will
watching them
hold
with
us over.
us. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our year in Nate because we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of news going on this past week. So we're gonna get right off the gun. Our first thing is that just came out pretty much today. It did come out today.
It did, yeah.
Was the Eternals trailer.
Yes.
So Eternals, which is the latest Marvel movie, we get actual footage. You know, this time it's no longer stills. It's no longer shorts. What'd you guys think?
Well, first of all, I'm a yay. Thought it was a good teaser, trailer, whatever the hell it is, but still don't know what's going on. Don't know who these people are, but it looks cool.
I think we're all almost in the same boat. Like, we don't know exactly what's happening. I don't know. I never even have heard of Eternals until now. But I mean, the trailer looked good. I trust Marvel, and I'm gonna give it a yay. But I'm just confused.
The only thing that I'm worried about is like I didn't like. So Drew and John were kind of telling me how strong that these guys are. I'm like, well, who are they gonna fight? Like Galactus? Like
Yeah, that's so
like
weird.
who the hell are they gonna fight? So I think they gotta do a good job of like kind of power scaling. And showing us what these guys are about, you know.
Yeah.
But also, and it's
We'll see.
because like that's
But
the thing.
Sure, I'm a
That's,
yay. That was a good trailer.
And then like the thing about this though. Oh.
No,
So the thing about this was like that it's like as this movie's coming out and like they're gonna be dropping like teasers and like a ton of more different things about it. Like it keeps coming out of like that they're super powerful.
Yeah.
And it's like, are we even gonna see that?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's also true.
Cause like
are they powerful now?
Exactly. Yeah. No. Like, or like, did they just get these powers, or because apparently they've been around for like centuries.
Well,
And,
they
like,
weren't there when Thanos was here.
Exactly.
They're
Yeah.
quote unquote Earth's protector.
Yeah.
You know? So
And like they can like talk to like these gods and stuff, and like they're basically
Same.
gods themselves.
Same.
Yeah.
but,
And like they have all these crazy powers. So I definitely want to like see these powers displayed because apparently they're a bunch of badasses.
I do too, and I also want to see why they didn't help out. And
Yeah.
unless maybe like since they're so powerful, maybe they knew
They better.
what
Maybe
the
they were
future was.
busy with
Well,
something else.
Well, like
They
they even
Good
brought
reason.
up Tony Stark at the end.
Yeah, so they know he's dead. So.
Well, maybe they knew that the Avengers were the ones that had to defeat Thanos. Maybe they're like, if we step in, something bad's gonna happen. Because there was one way that they were gonna win.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe in the 14 million ways Strange went through, maybe he saw the Eternals helping and they still lost.
Yeah, someone's just gotta tell me what's going on during this movie though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of explaining.
When does it come out?
Yeah.
A lot of explaining that they gotta do here.
I don't know. Let me see.
I feel like soon, right? No, I think in November or December.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be November 5th.
Okay. There we go.
November 5th of this year, Eternals is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give it, honestly, you guys gave it solid A's. I think I'm going to give it a meh, to be honest. Because, here's the thing, I feel like shout out Martin, we were talking about it today, but, we were saying that it's kind of giving vibes of, Guardians. You know, where it's totally unknown territory. We don't know who they are. These, pretty much nobodies to the majority, I would say, I could be talking out of my ass, but, I would say the majority of fans don't really know Eternals. Yeah. Let's kind of be real. The average fan, at least, wouldn't know him.
They're definitely, C-listers, huh?
They're they're definitely
idea,
a comic fanatics.
Yeah.
They would definitely know about them. That being said, the main difference that I see between them and Guardians is they have a lot. Not just in terms of people, they have a lot more on their team than Guardians does or did. But on top of that, these characters are super stacked. Just to keep it in the ballpark, they talk to Celestials in the comics, which, those of you who don't know, Celestials are essentially the gods of Marvel in the universe. They're gods of time, space, everything else, and so they can communicate with these beings. So that being said, they have a lot on their arsenal. They have a lot going on. They have a lot. It's gonna be, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's the hardest thing to put it on screen, but to be able to show at least what every character can do on screen, well, and not make it feel rushed, that's going to be hard, it's a huge cast, dude. It's huge.
Yeah. Really and a good cast, though.
And on top of that, that's what I was going to say. Not everybody is somebody. There's nobody that's a nobody, that's a throwaway character. It seems like everybody genuinely has a huge role in this. And so that's kind of really wild to me. But I was telling Martin is that if they get this solid, I'm sorry, but now at this point, DC is completely blown out of the water. Yeah. Because at this point, they're kind of... when I look at this movie, it's its own standalone. They're starting from when men, started, when men were created and, as they evolved. So, having said that, if DC can't get Justice League together in 3 movies or 4 movies, whatever they had, and then over here Marvel's killing it with one straight off an Eternal, just give it up, dude. It's over.
Stick to the animated movies.
Marvel's already on that phase where, hey, let's just do this because why not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
let's just have a movie start from the dawn of time.
And it's like I said earlier. It's like I said earlier in that movie that we watched, that John assigned. It was cool seeing every single superhero from different parts stand together. The Titans are in one area, the Magic people are in the other. Flash and maybe a couple speedsters could have been involved too. It's cool seeing that if DC can bring that together, that'd be great. And seeing Marvel doing this, well, you guys haven't even heard of Eternals. We're gonna give it to you anyways.
Yeah, I was just gonna say real quick. That's the only reason why I give it a meh is just because it's a lot. I'm low key
kind of nervous.
A little nervous. At the end of the day, of course, I trust Marvel. I'm gonna watch it. There's no doubt about that. But that being said, there's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot in terms of trying to fit it in, these beings into the universe, these huge powerful beings, and so it's kind of sketch, but I do have the high hopes for it, and I also give it a meh because again, I still don't really know who they are.
Right?
I've just read on Twitter about what they can do. Otherwise, I don't know any storylines. I don't know.
I can definitely see this being a long movie and a lot of build at first, pretty slow.
Yeah.
Maybe a hot start and then pretty slow for the majority of the movie and then a very hot ending.
Ooh, question. Do you think these guys are ever gonna interact with anybody that we've seen before in the MCU? These other superheroes? Yeah.
Dude,
or like
so hard
even
to
in
say,
like
'cause I have
future
no idea
movies
when
though
this
too,
takes
like
place.
like either in this movie or like future movies, like do you even think they're even gonna like interact with them? Because they didn't this entire
it might
time.
Just be like a one-off too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, look, there are these gods that exist.
This is definitely something that I have to see, like, because we all know that somewhere down the line everybody was gonna interact in the original, like not the original, but the beginning of the MCU, because it was like they're gonna get together in Avengers, and eventually it's gonna get to Infinity War. Everybody's gonna come together, but I don't know. I don't see like that future for this, so it's like I don't know. I think that it'll just be kind of like after I see it, then I can tell. Mm-hmm. But for now, it's just kind of like I don't even know what this is, so I can't even decide what that would be.
Yeah, and that's one thing I told Martin too is like Shang-Chi right now is a little bit higher for me, just because it looks and feels more like what we're used to in terms of a Marvel movie. It's very action filled, character building. You know, there's a big baddie, and
this looks very crazy.
But yes, it looks very slow. Yeah. It looks very emotional.
I hope it's all gloomy. Like I hope it gets gloomy. I hope it really plays on like your like strings of like emotion.
And it's funny that you say that because I actually read that before we started recording. Is the fact that like people based on the we don't get a lot in the trailer. That being said, but based on the trailer, people are like, is this like maybe an Oscar sort of like citing movie? You know, is this looking more on the drama side? Is this looking more serious?
That'd be cool.
And that's an interesting take, to be honest. Like because it's a huge change, I would say, for the Marvel universe that we currently have.
And just like the whole way it's shot too. It's like
it's
shot
very
in that
slow,
dramatic, slow type.
It's very far, you know,
like
very
and one franchise that really plays to that is Harry Potter. They like to really play on like emotional but like dark heartstrings of people. Yeah. I'm hoping this kind of gives that same vibe, because then in my opinion, Marvel will do it right and it'll hit.
All right, but we could talk about the Eternal trailer all day, but we have a lot more to go on the yay or nay. And the next thing we're going to talk about,
this could be quick,
is the Powerpuff reboot that we had talked about a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
we got. There's news that apparently the Powerpuff show that was essentially was piloted. Apparently, I'm assuming most likely got a thumbs down, whatever it happened, but it's under a rework. So, what do you guys think about that?
Really quick, nay, because if it's getting seen and being like, okay, go back to the drawing board and start over, then it probably shouldn't even be a thing then.
Yeah, and
probably shouldn't be a thing.
Don't give it that second chance already.
So, nay.
And it's like
I'm gonna also go and give it a nay, but mainly because like I feel like this might kill it. It might just be stuck in production hell, and it's never gonna like make it out. Yeah. It's just gonna end up dying, which is low key a little sad, but at the same time, it's like, you know, maybe it's for the best in a sad way, but like, you know, if it's already getting reworked, like that's a bad sign.
Yeah, and then going off of like that, like either two things could happen, because with time and delays, like things become better. Like things become better, but I really don't see that going down for this project here.
CW.
And it's also CW, and so that would be like a big name for me. Yeah. But it could be possible though.
I mean, I'm just gonna give it an A because I didn't really care about this when it first dropped, and then hearing the news that it gets shut down, I'm like, okay, whatever. But then hearing the news that it's coming back, I'm like, still whatever. Like,
or no, that's not even like that it's coming back, but they're fixing it.
They're fixing it, yeah.
And it's like we haven't seen anything, and you gotta fix it. And
I do think it's like a really hard take from what they're doing. The Powerpuff Girls TV show was like a cartoon, and I don't know, bringing it in a live action, it just seems kind of like off base a little bit, so I'm just gonna give it an A. I mean, I think.
Are we still gonna watch it though?
I mean, at this point, I feel like we have to check it out.
I might watch the pilot, like see what that's all about.
I say we do it for the content. We'll check out the pilot.
We've been talking so much trash, we might as well at least watch it.
Let's move on though. We got a lot. We still got a lot.
So next we got the Uncharted movie came out with a still. Actually Tom Holland posted on his story that he's standing in the picture we see. I'll go ahead and describe it. It'll be up on screen, but Tom Holland is looking up with a flashlight, and right behind him is Mark Wahlberg, which I actually didn't know he was cast in that movie, which is kind of cool.
Oh, you guys didn't know that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I knew that from the start because he started growing that like mustache, and he said it was for Uncharted. And I was like, I don't know what that is.
That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, but
yay or nay though. Let's
go. Really quick, there is a population out there that is ripping on Tom Holland, saying that he shouldn't have been cast in this. That's all I'm saying. That's rude. Stop it. Yay.
They also said he should have been cast as Spider-Man, but
this podcast is
pro
Tommy Stans.
Yeah. Tommy Stans.
We're good friends with him. If you guys
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know.
You
Play
know,
a lot of golf with him.
It's funny that y'all say that. I'm gonna give it a soft yay. Mainly because like Uncharted is a pretty solid series, very good story, very interesting. But that being said, like, so Nathan Drake, who Tom Holland is playing, he's a like 30-year-old.
That's
Nathan Drake.
Yeah,
He's a 30-year-old cunning guy, and so but here's the thing though, like, if they really wanted to nail this, Martin and I were also talking about this as well. The absolute perfect cast for this character, Nathan Drake, dude, Ryan Reynolds. Easy. Ooh. That's an easy role.
And we've already kind of seen him grizzled.
He's very jokey. Nathan Drake is a very jokey character. He's like, we've seen him in adventure roles, action roles. That would have been a solid cast. But you know what? Like, I'm going to give Tom Holland, I'm not going to doubt him on this one. He's a solid actor. We've seen him in different roles. He's been appearing in, he appeared in the most recent one with, Daisy Ridley, what's her name, from Ray.
Oh yeah, and it's like their like thoughts are like
exactly like
out loud
projected. Yeah. So like he's starting to heat up. We're seeing him in different roles, so that's cool to see. And I do have hopes for this, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous. Like Mark Wahlberg. Absolutely. I know. Like I wonder who he's gonna be playing as. I'm sure it's gonna be like the old man who basically trains Nathan Drake, but at the same time, like. I don't know what we have in store, but we'll see.
I mean, it's a big yay for me, but I'm also kind of scared because I have this like weird fear that like trying to make a video game into a movie is difficult. It
always has been. Yeah,
it's really hard because you can take from books and make a movie, but a video game is like a movie and a book combined. And you're trying to just take that whole video game aspect out and just keep the content in of the story. And that's so hard to do. I mean, but I'm going to give it a yay. I'm a huge... Marky Mark is my favorite actor. This is a young Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a future for maybe Ryan Reynolds casting. I don't know. Ooh, maybe they went to him. Maybe he didn't want to. We don't know. But I'm excited to see what this is. I think that's... I never think Holland and Wahlberg would be in a movie together.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm excited for that combo.
I know.
Yeah, especially because he's so young in his career.
That's a spicy combo.
And
Mark Wahlberg is so much older in his career and still looks better than me.
Well,
all of us combined. He's a bit of a missile.
He's a stud.
Bit of a rocket launcher.
Every day he wakes up at like 4 a.m. and I'm like going to bed at 4 a.m. like because I just got done looting pirates and Sea of Thieves and I'm like. He's like, everybody get up, it's your time to work out. And I'm like, okay, Mark. No.
John, what do you think?
I'm going to give this one a yay. But these video game movies, they are very treacherous waters.
Yes.
But I think we're slowly getting better at it, though.
I feel, I was going to say, I feel like we're in the...
Sonic helped.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. We're in the middle
Detective
ground
Pikachu
right now.
helped.
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu, Sonic helped. MK was kind of a iffy.
Yeah.
It wasn't a total miss. I'll give it that much.
Miss, no.
But you know what? It could have been better. But we're definitely evolving, like, compared to before, like, way back in the day when, video game movies were... like a fad, like Street Fighter, the old Mortal Kombat, like those old movies. I mean, they even made Tomb Raider too and Resident Evil, and those were kind of mixed. But like, I feel like we're starting to solid out.
Yeah, we're
so it's exciting.
Turning a new leaf.
Starting to figure it out.
Right, so we'll go ahead and get into the next piece of news. So there was a little screenshot, basically, or a picture, still I should say, dropped of The Rock. Dressed, he's shadowy. We don't get a full look at him.
He's a Dementor.
He's dressed as Black Adam. Which is Shazam's arch nemesis.
And Shazam's one of my favorite DC characters.
Very interesting.
That whole origin with Black Adam is really good.
Probably
really
one of the best ones out there.
But you know what? Great. DC though is such a dumpster fire. It's gonna make me mad when this movie is gonna be good because I feel like it really will be. And for what?
Yeah, for what though?
For what? But honestly, yay, because I think it's still gonna be good. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see
for Dwayne.
I'm gonna also give it a yay because I'm excited to see The Rock try and at least pump some air into DC because they're clearly running on all flats right now. But at the same time, who knows? Maybe this might be something nice to spice it up. Keep DC rolling. At least the one-offs. So
the one-offs.
Just a yay. I'm gonna give it a yay.
I think Yeah, you know what? I'll give it a yay. I think the funniest thing about this, somebody's like, "Yo, fun fact, like The Rock's not actually using a muscle suit," and I'm like, "Well, no shit. Have you seen him? Like,
he's a mutant.
Because he's a giant muscle.
He's
one
dude,
muscle.
He's literally just one. He's a rock. Like he's a literal rock. It makes sense why he wouldn't use a muscle suit. Because then he just looks stupid. Mm-hmm. Like he already looks like a superhero. I'm gonna give it a yay though. Hopefully, like it'll just kind of be like a silver. Well, that's the problem is I'm giving it a depressed yay because this might be a silver lining in the thing, but then it's gonna help me realize that but it's gonna go nowhere because there is nowhere for it to go.
Here's the key: just don't have any hope.
Yeah.
Just enjoy what you get.
Just enjoy what you get right now.
Just go into it, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But just don't hope for a future because it's not going anywhere. There's nothing gonna be involved.
In a weird way, it's kind of like going to like American diners, you know, kind of like IHOP, like Village Inn, stuff like that, where it's like you're not gonna get like outstanding, amazing.
You're
food,
getting
but,
food
you
though.
know, you're getting diner food, you know, so it's like solid, but you know, it's probably most likely not your favorite. It's very meh, but you
are most likely going with friends and trying to have a good time.
You're still gonna enjoy it for the most part, you know. You're not gonna love it, you're not gonna hate it. You're gonna enjoy it.
I'm gonna give it a yay because I thought it looked very cute in this picture.
Oh,
cute! Wow,
that's cute.
Yeah.
He is.
All right, cool.
He's a cute guy.
Next,
speaking of cute,
do you know who's not cute?
God. All right, so this next piece of news, it's gonna be it's part of the CW Flash series that is currently going on.
That's still going on.
As a one of the Flash characters,
Dom's having a stroke.
Flash, as a side Flash character, Impulse has just been cast as the actor named Jordan Fisher. Will be playing Impulse in the CW show, The Flash.
Good for him.
They went ahead and showed a costumed Jordan Fisher. He's very comic accurate, I guess I would say, but at the same time...
Looks like a nerd. He looks like a nerd.
Give it a nay.
Super cringe, dude.
I'm gonna give it a nay, dude.
I'm gonna give it a nay.
Super cringe.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he went to Party City, bought the costume, and like put it on.
No. Here, I'm gonna do you one better. That he looks like the picture that's on the costume, like package.
That's what I was gonna say. Like he looks like he looks like when the commercials of the toys are coming out, and like the one person who's dressed up as the toy, like it's not the actor, but like it's just somebody that looks close, and that's what it looks like. They're in the commercial, it doesn't. Exactly. Oh man, it's rough.
Like that kid looks like he needs to get put in a trash can. Like give him a swirly.
Oh Jesus Christ, CW!
And
why
like,
do you do this to yourself?
It sucks because like he's actually, when you look at it, he's actually pretty comic accurate, but at the same time,
but he also looks like he's like
he looks like a dweeb,
16 or something.
Yeah,
and that kid is like 12.
Yeah,
looks like
I don't know.
All right,
maybe it's just a hard character to put together.
We'll give it nays, but like who knows?
CW,
maybe there could be.
I can't believe that show's still going.
There could be a costume change, but until then, everybody gives it a solid
nay. Oh, everybody in unison, ready? Nay. Oh, it needs work though.
CW.
All right,
we gotta get ready for the Christmas off against the other BuzzBoys. Come on.
The BuzzBoys Christmas caroling.
Yeah.
Ooh,
we're going at it.
This year, guys.
Caroling battle.
Yeah.
All right,
BuzzBoys.
So next piece of news. Go ahead and lead us into this one, Dom, because he knows about this one.
Well, I did read this that Dave Bautista is giving us a endpoint to his career in Marvel. He said after the new Guardians, he's gone.
I saw this too,
for two things. He said one, James Gunn is after this. After this, will be gone. This is his last one, and also that he's getting older, up there in age. He doesn't want to do the body, keeping up with the whole body and stuff like that. So, how do you guys feel about him bouncing out? You think it's at a good time? You think you want more? Do you think?
I think it is at a good time, and I think it's kind of cool that Dave Bautista kind of like is realistic with himself.
Yeah.
That's
so
also true.
I mean, we've seen all that character has to give. He's been nerfed in the MCU.
Yeah.
That's a known thing. But he kind of knows his role, and he's just like, it's over.
I also,
Yay for Dave Bautista for kind of.
For putting a cap on his Marvel career.
I'm gonna give it like both a yay and a nay. Like nay only because like it sucks. Like he was such a solid Drax.
Of course,
like I literally can't see anybody else in that type of role. He's
Dom
really
could be
solid
Drax.
for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Blue?
You gotta be 6'3".
He's a body of a Greek god.
CGI.
Oh, of course, dude, of course. Just like Josh Brolin when he had like the Thanos
and like
little big
and his hockey gloves. He was walking around with hockey gloves on
but,
set.
So I'm gonna give it an A on that aspect, but I'm gonna give it yay for again him being realistic. I'm glad that he's not gonna like hold on to this role till he dies. Like that's so cool, and I'm glad we're seeing that both like from Cap, we saw it from Tony Stark.
Yeah.
These actors that at least know when to cut it, when it's overkill, and I really appreciate
and
that.
I think that's a good point in terms of like he didn't even hold it as long as Tony Stark and Chris Evans because those are main guys, and I think he knows that. All right, I'm a side character, but like I'm also like kind of like a favorite in everything, So he's doing a good ride with it. He's moving forward.
And professional about it too, He's not like no hard feelings. Like I'm just like I'm old.
Or he's also not like I don't see us being like productive in the future with Marvel. But he's more or less just like my time is coming up, and I just
I'm an old man and I want to have my dad boss.
It's very respectful.
So kind of like a sad yay for me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, like I totally get you, but also before he goes, I would like to see one Batista bomb.
Oh yeah,
that'd be nice
on screen, just one.
That'd be nice.
But hey, we're also happy because he gets to gas beers and he doesn't have to.
And like
sounds like he's gonna have a.
The other thing that
after this.
You know what? That's a good dad.
I think that's what he was kind of telling us. That he's like, God, it's time for me to like get a dad bod. I'm like 53 or 54 years old or something.
Loose and eat, like,
so like, I want to see like a nice beer gut on Batista in like 2 years.
Yeah, better. Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Better see it.
All right, it's cool. So that's the thing on Dave Bautista. Next, we're gonna get into the Dave Filoni fiasco. What happened this week? Tweets were going crazy, stating that Dave Filoni, just got put into the creative director position for Star Wars, Lucasfilm, more specifically. Yet, turns out, he's been in the role for months already.
I think over a year.
He's been doing it. Yeah, exactly. He's been doing it since, Mandalorian, pretty much.
I think what it was is they just barely updated it.
And that's what it was. They updated the website to show that he was finally, officially on the website at least, the creative director. But this whole time he's been running the show. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like, this is sort of yay or nay, but more so yay, because like, dude, ever since Dave Filoni stepped into the spotlight and has been taking control of Star Wars, it's the best it's been in a while.
Dude, like the guy's been like he's driving this bus for like a long time, and I feel like that's been pretty known to like everybody that's been like trying to follow it. Yeah,
especially the Clone Wars.
Both the two big guys are Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau.
On Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, he did.
That's a great story too. You're like, oh well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think this is good.
Super yay.
I guess like a false yay, because it's like everybody kind of erupted. And it's like, there's even cast members, like, I think Fennec was one of them who congratulated him. And he's like, what? I've been, like, this for, like a year now.
Dude, I've been your boss for a long
time. But,
this just puts you in the hot seat.
It's like a fake yay. It's like, still congrats to him, and I look forward to everything that we have moving on. But, I guess this isn't really news, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know.
Give it a fay.
I guess it's like a yay, because, the guys had this job, and like they didn't really tell us though, so like bad job on them, but like it's good that he's in this position, and he's gonna be in this position.
Of course,
it's good for us.
All right, cool. So next piece of news is gonna be about Anthony Mackie.
Yes, sir. So I did read up that he has mentioned that he loves being in the MCU and he's got a bright future there. We all see that, but he said at some point in time he wants to join the DCEU. And at this point, I'm wondering why, because DCU is... But maybe if they end up gaining some kind of platform, hey, maybe that'd be cool. Maybe if they gain some... That's what I wanted to ask you guys, because I don't really know DC too much, so I'm not going to say much on it. I do hope that he does get a role somewhere. Maybe he could be someone beneficial to them, but I want to say, like, what do you guys think, and who do you think he's going to be?
Dude, great. All right. Like, perfect for the both of them.
We're out of time. Hurry, what's up? Okay.
Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
In the same movie.
That.
The Lantern,
That'd be great.
I can see that.
That'd be cool. That would be pretty dope. But hey, watch out, Anthony Mackie.
Be
That's
careful.
why I'm going to say nay.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying nay for your own good. Don't do it, man.
I feel you.
They are a car with no wheels on it, man. They ain't going nowhere. And I don't want you to be a part of that. And plus, you're Captain America, so why would you want to do that anyways?
Yeah.
It's
So,
true. Maybe he just wants the competition.
Maybe he's just trying to help, you know, like, or you know what, the way I see it,
his own competition.
you know what, the way I see it, and I feel like this has almost become the standard for pretty much every Marvel actor, is the fact that they've all become comic buffs.
Yes.
So low key, perhaps Anthony Mackie's been a DC comic buff for a long time. Maybe that's something he's liked for a while. Maybe he has an eye on a character. To be honestly, like the way he puts himself off and like his demeanor, I could low key see him being like a different version of like Martian Manhunter. Okay. You know, instead of like a stoic, you know, he's kind of a little bit, you know, like more of himself, you know, like more of a.
I could really see him as John Stewart, and I think I've already fallen in love with him being John.
And let's keep in mind, it wasn't just him in the article, as well as Chris Pratt said he wouldn't mind joining it sometime down the road. So I. Well,
that's what Johnny was saying. He said
Hal Jordan, or you might as well just take Bucky and Cap and just make them Hal and.
Why not? Why not? You know?
But I think it's a yay if he joins, but a nay because
dude, watch out.
Yeah, just watch out because you know it's not good right now.
They're literally tripping over their laces like every single day. Yeah. So it's like
on purpose though. Yeah. Like on purpose.
Because they find it funny.
They're refusing to tie their shoes and like they just keep falling for it.
I'm gonna go with a nay though because I really like both of these guys and I want to keep them safe. They're very precious to me right now. Chris Pratt and the new Captain America. They're very precious to me. So, and even though I love DC and I would love to have them, turning you away.
Turn you away.
All right, let's keep it rolling. So next we're going to talk about Injustice. The Injustice is going to the DC animated world. So this is kind of exciting, because like,
this is cool.
Thinking about it after we've just watched Justice League Dark Apokolips Wars, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool because who knows? Maybe this is where it leads next, and maybe we're gonna get another reset after this whole Injustice thing going on. So honestly, fat yay, like DC animated stuff has been killing it for a long time, and now they're getting more structured with it. So that's hella exciting to see. They're doing way better than their live action movies I've ever even dreamed of. Just keep it up, because if you keep it up, who knows? Like maybe this will be even bigger and bigger, and actually like maybe they'll make a universe just straight up animated, like bigger. But they already have been, so that's a cool thing.
But no, just to bounce off that, yay. The animated world of DC is great. So this is just such a cool storyline. I would love to see it on screen. So yay.
It's a yay for me too. Seeing that we've played the Injustice games, and they're great. I love them. Each character has its own like unique abilities and all that. It's awesome, and it's a yay, especially because the key word was animated. So they're great at those.
They're winning at those,
they're great at those. So it's a yay.
Yeah, no, definitely big fat yay. Very excited because it's a great story, and that'd be cool to like see it being told through like if they do like a TV show or like a couple movies. That'd be cool to see,
or even both.
Yeah,
it's such a different take on a lot of the Marvel stuff.
Rated R.
On, so
Rated R.
Oh yeah, it has to be
give me rated R.
It's gotta be.
That's the only way
because
it's gonna
that's
be
their bread and butter though. Dark,
rated R.
serious,
kind of gory,
couple F-bombs.
Couple F-bombs. Yeah.
All right, cool. So that was that piece of news on Injustice. Next, we're going to go into the fact that Batman is getting a new animated series from Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves. And, of course, if you don't know that, J.J. Abrams is a famous director.
Yeah. Even Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves as well. Yeah. And Bruce Timm, who was one of the writers as well as directors for the original animated series.
Ooh.
So it's good to see a lot of very interesting collaborative pieces on this one. So I'm going to start it off fat yay. It's exciting to see. Hopefully we get something similar to Batman the Animated Series, which is my favorite piece of Batman media above like the comics and everything else, movies. I love that show. They do Batman such solid justice. But big yay.
Yeah, it's a yay
for trail for sure.
Yeah, yay for me. I love the producers and the writers and the directors they got for this. I think they hit heavy, and seeing that this is another animated DC thing off of their Golden Boy, which is Batman. It's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good thing.
A lot of big guns for sure, like being put on this project, and that's what you like to hear because they're putting like people towards the things that they're good at, and that's okay. That's safe, and that's a big yay for me. I'm gonna just take that. I'm gonna like, hey, bread and butter. That's what you guys. Yeah. That's what you guys love. So I'm down to see more of it.
Yeah, the same exact thing, right? Because you want these guys to keep making good things, and the fact that they're bringing it back. Yeah, I like it. Yay!
Hell yay, bro!
All right, so our last final piece of yay or nay news. Go ahead and
is Pokemon Sword and Shield, but TCG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
training cards.
They are going to be dropping a new line with not only this one line called Chilling Reign, which that's just going to be DLC Pokemon from the newest game, Sword and Shield.
Going to be a lot of really cool.
The headliners of that line is going to be a rework of Moltres, which is going to be a Fire Dark type.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Zapdos, which I think he's still electric. Then Articuno.
But he's also like a fighting type too.
Oh yeah. And then Articuno, and I think he's like Ice Psychic in this one. So
it's gonna be dangerous.
This one's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And then there's another one called Evolving Skies. It's pretty anticipated because we're getting flying type Pokemon. Yeah. That means we're gonna get our boy Charizard in the mix. So,
but also
a couple lines coming.
But also that's like the only thing that we like kind of know from this brand new one that just dropped, because Chilling Reign's gonna drop in June because they dropped Battle Styles. That was the pack that we just opened.
Kind of flopped.
Kind of flopped for a pack, but that's okay. That's how the game goes, and that came out in February. So. First it's gonna be Chilling Reign, and then it's gonna be this one. But like we don't know like what kind of Pokemon.
Any chance we get a Lugia in Evolving Skies?
Ooh, we haven't had a Lugia Grail in a while,
and that would be a huge.
Then I'd be hunting.
The Sun and Moon
boys are gonna go hunting.
And Lugia is such a fan favorite. Like such an easy one.
Such a great. And he has great cards too.
Yeah. But that'd be great. Yay for sure.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna dump a bunch of money on this one too.
I'm gonna give it a yay. I'm gonna give it a yay, and I'm gonna ask you two. To keep this up, because me and Drew obviously don't get too involved in it, but you
barely
two
know
do.
shit about that.
So I think you two should keep
we love
updating.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. So that was pretty much it for our yay or nay segment. And now we're gonna get a little bit, just a slight talk into gaming because we're running out of time. But
yes. So there was some controversy over a game that we all think is dead to us, but.
We already gave up on it.
To a lot of the streamers, it's still a huge source of income, and there was a lot of controversy this week. Nadeshot had a tournament, and for those of you that don't know how they do tournaments, is they don't do it by wins, they do it by kills. So it's 2v2s. They drop in a squad together. 2 go one way, 2 go the other way. Whichever squad has the most kills at the end of the tournament wins that round. Well, there was some controversy because there was 2 teams going against each other. So it was Isaac and Breadman versus I think it was Swag and Booyah. And what happened was they're dropping at hospital. For those of you that don't know, a lot of people drop at hospital, so sometimes they like to grab the heli there, take it up, get easy kills. Well, I think it was... I'm sorry, I gotta read it.
Breadman.
It was Breadman had to clarify the rules before the match started and said, is there any type of sabotage? So, like, can I kind of purposely kill my teammates from the other squad so we can move ahead? And the rulers said yes, there is sabotage. So for those that don't happen, Breadman jumped in the heli first, and Booyah and Swag were trying to get there as fast as they could, but they didn't make it. So when Breadman was taking off,
driving it.
Yeah, he saw that Swag was in the passenger seat, so he dumped the heli into a building, killing him instantly right off the drop. And Swag threw a bitch fit, left the game, and Nadeshot said he didn't know the rules at the time, and essentially made them restart the whole thing. While Breadman and Isaac had a huge game, they would have won because
huge game that they would have won the whole thing.
Yeah, they would have won the whole thing because Swag left. They had to restart the whole thing. They made him do it again, and then this time Swag and Booyah won, eliminating Isaac and Breadman from 100K.
Oh,
yeah.
So what do you guys?
And what Swag and Booyah actually came in second. If they won the game, they also would have won the whole thing because opponents and some other bullshit. But oh yeah, dude, Swag's a little bitch, dude.
Yeah, come on, like.
And then also Nadeshot sucks.
What about
that guy sucks?
Yeah,
dude.
Like, come on, dude. Like,
the guy that put this whole thing together.
Nate Shot.
Yeah.
And, like, basically, like, telling everybody of, like, hey, like, you can do certain things. You can, get a little spicy. Sabotage is okay. And then, like, totally, like, goes back on his word.
Yeah, and that was the thing, is that Nate Shot came out and said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really know the rules at the time. Buddy, it's your freaking tournament. You know the rules.
So how much money was on the line for this?
$100K.
So, like, $100K, like, dude, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
And on top of that, like, if you're playing with, and setting this up with professional gamers, like, these are people that do this for a living. They compete and they play and they stream every day without fail for practicing and everything. So these people are professionals. On top of that, if you're dealing with something at a professional level, like imagine if it was like the Super Bowl or something, you know, and a ref came by and he was like, "Oh, my bad, dude, I didn't know the rules." Yeah. It's like, dude, if you're the one part of the organization, or like you set this, more than anything, you set this up, you need to be clear on the rules. Yeah, because like if you're not setting it up properly, you're sabotaging not only like your own stream, but the people that are trying to compete, you know, like they don't know the rules.
It's
they
just
can't
such
compete.
a bad look to have a big name like Swag be like, oh, you know what, that's not fair. I'm gonna take my ball, go home, and we have to play this my way, because that's not fair to me.
And
it's like, dude,
even though
I know,
even though Isaac,
that's some pushy shit, dude.
Like,
that is
got outplayed,
that's some
bro.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And even though Isaac
Nate Shot allowed that shit, that's why he sucks.
Yeah, and Isaac and Breadman clarified with the tournament people, saying, hey, is sabotage allowed? He saw the opportunity. They took it. They saw Swag on the side of the helicopter. They crashed into a building, and Swag was pissed that he was already in the gulag.
Exactly.
And he left, which Nate Shot was supposed to say, no, keep playing it out. Even though he left, it's what happens. But Nate Shot said, no, we're going to restart this. After Isaac and Breadman lost, he came out after this huge outrage and said, I'm sorry, I should have let it play out. I didn't know the rules.
That there shouldn't be... No, there shouldn't have been a replay game.
Because it's not like...
Dude, no, there shouldn't have been.
Yeah, and it's not like they did anything scummy, because, dude, they didn't cheat.
Rules.
They didn't cheat. They didn't do anything where they used hacks or anything. It's just part of the game, and it happens. If you didn't get the heli first,
it was
get out.
Part of a strategy. It was just part of a strategy. And it's like, they're playing to win. And like, why would they not do that? Like... It blows my mind that, like, they, like, go back, like, just say, all right, guys, we're gonna, like, do this over just because they just got outplayed.
And also...
It's just so stupid.
On top of that, like, if anything, at the bottom, like, when you look at it, it's kind of Swag's fault for not knowing the rules.
Yeah.
Like, he's the one that should have inquired of the fact that, like, oh, you can sabotage people. Like, that's allowed. So that's on him also for not, like, actually making it an effort to know, like, how this thing was supposed to go down.
I also think, like, a lot that had... This is, like, the last thing that I'll say about it. But because Swag is, like, a bigger name than Breadman and Booyah or whoever these guys
Breadman
were.
and Isaac.
Yeah.
Booyah was with him.
And he had the leeway and then probably pressured Nate Shot. I was like, hey, man, that's not fair. Like... Well, dude, like, I'm not supposed to be out. Like,
that's actually accurate.
I'm Swag. I'm phase this, phase that. It's like, no, dude. You got outplayed, man.
Yeah, you got outplayed, man. It happens.
It happens. Dude, it happens.
It's video games.
Dude, it happens.
And even Nate Shot said...
the rules, tough shit.
Yeah.
Even Nate Shot, the guy who set up the tournament, even Nate Shot said also, because this is where I think he's full of shit, saying that he didn't know the rules, is that before this, he said that, I just didn't think it'd be good to have an early round 3 exit for Booyah and Swag, and I thought that's bullshit. It happens.
Another reason,
like, it happens.
That guy's a rat.
Yeah.
Dude.
So ratty shit right there. But justice was served though, because Swag and Booyah were about to win the tournament, and I believe what happened was
by a dome play.
Swag was 1v2.
I think he ran himself over by.
No. So what happened is Swag downed a guy. He came back. He downed a guy, and he was in a Bertha. He ran over one guy, and then instead of trying to go for the kill on the second guy, he got cocky, jumped out of the Bertha to finish the guy that he downed, and his teammate got in the Bertha and ran Swag over. They lost the tournament.
Yeah.
So that's justice served, and also Nate Shot's kind of like redemption towards this was he gave Breadman and Isaac $4,500 each
in Bitcoin.
Yeah, and
it's like, dude, that wasn't even like a full Bitcoin.
No.
What?
Like, yeah.
It's like you gave him part of one.
What the hell?
That guy sucks.
So my last thing on it, it's just like, if you're putting up a tournament, be a professional.
Yeah.
Figure it out. If you set your rules, stand by them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, man up and like be like, sorry, dude. Like these are the rules. I don't care if you're in phase or whatever you are in.
Yeah.
You know, like these are the rules. You should have asked me what they were. You know, either that or like the rules should have been better communicated to, you know, everybody involved, so that way everybody was on the same page, and this would have never happened.
Yeah.
So both ways, you know, like they both kind of screwed each other over, and it just seemed like a mess. I mean, the game is a mess too, so you know, makes sense.
And and that's where
So that's
it all
how
adds
leave
up.
it at.
So
exactly
Yeah.
and so we're all against that whole thing, but that was the video game topic.
We don't have that much gaming news this week because we had a lot of year and a, and you know, honestly, gaming news. Everybody's just been playing Resident Evil lately and just hanging out. So
Wish I
And
could
I've
talk
been
about
super
it.
horny about that tall vampire lady.
yeah,
thing still.
I don't know what she is.
I don't know what she is.
Big
but
girl though.
Yeah, but everyone's really hype about it.
Hop on some Sea of Thieves. That shit's fun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Pirate shit.
All right, so that'll pretty much end our gaming news. So next, one of the final things we're going to get into is Dom's homework for us.
Yeah,
this
just
week.
real quick. All right, so I
Professor Dom.
spent
Professor
the week deciding what I should get you guys to watch, but it's kind of hard knowing that, like, I don't know what you guys have seen, what you guys haven't seen, as well as I'm trying to find something that's on a streaming service so I can, like, be like, hey guys, it's on this, watch it here, so you guys don't have to, like, look for it. So I have 3 of them in mind, but I don't know I know some of you guys have seen some of it, and Matt kind of gave me an idea today, earlier this week. So, have you guys seen Breaking Bad? You've seen it? Have you seen it?
Oh
No.
No?
I haven't seen any of it.
Okay, and then I know you've seen El Dorado.
Huh?
You've seen El Dorado, right?
The Road to?
The Road to El
Yeah.
Dorado.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Okay, and you guys haven't. And then
Dude, that would be such a good one. I would love to rewatch that.
okay, so that's what I'm gonna do for this week. Watch The Road to El Dorado. You two.
Was it
I know
on-
you've
was
seen
it-
it.
I'm gonna
Disney
rewatch
Plus.
it, dude. I'm gonna rewatch it.
I think
Is
it's
it
on
in the
Disney Plus,
movie?
right?
Yes.
It's on.
I think so.
If it's not, then we'll figure it out. But I want you guys to watch that one. It's more of like a family, like Pixar kind of like thing.
All right.
But I think
Thank
maybe on Hulu.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
I
on
got
Disney
Hulu.
Plus. I think it's on Hulu.
I think it's on Hulu because I remember watching it.
Gumbos.
Yeah.
Got it all, boys.
Yeah.
Got it all.
But so we're gonna
Alright, I'm down.
just that movie.
Road
Yeah,
to
the
El
road
Dorado?
to El Dorado. The Road to El Dorado.
Is it new?
No,
No,
it's
it-
been around for a while.
It came out like honestly, I think in
it's-
early 2000.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I'm getting like Iron Giant vibes.
No, it's not.
It's like on the same like animated. It's not on Hulu either.
No, but we can.
Where did
find
I
it.
watch it? I watched it somewhere.
We'll find
No,
it.
no,
We'll
we
find
can
it.
find
We'll
it.
We'll
find
find
it.
it. All right, we'll find it. All right.
We're gonna make it happen.
The Road to El Dorado. That's
gonna
it.
make
It's
it
an
happen.
animated movie.
right,
Like
it's
an
a-
old
It's
Pixar.
a Disney movie.
Yeah, kind of.
It's a
DreamWorks
DreamWorks movie. So the
Okay.
same people that made
Yeah.
Shrek, but this is like not CG animated.
Give me
It's
Shrek.
like it's
Shrek.
drawn animated. You know, hand drawn.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are
Yeah,
gonna.
this was a personal favorite when I was young. I was
It's still a favorite, dude.
Still a
Yeah,
favorite. Yeah,
jeez.
still a favorite.
It's up
good.
there with
seen it.
Iron Giant for me, to be honest. It's
It's yeah, it's good. It's
you
a
guys
good
are gonna
one.
like it.
All right.
Honestly, just
All right.
sit down and watch
I'm
it.
down.
Yeah.
All right, and for
I'm in.
for those of you watching, watch it with us if you haven't seen it, or you
Mm-hmm.
know if you have, watch it again like me, because that's a pretty cool movie. That's a good point. That's a
good,
good
yeah.
pick, I should say.
That's right. Keep
Um,
up with
but-
our ongoing segment.
Anybody else?
Anybody have
Anything
questions for
else
the
to say?
fans?
I have questions, or no, I have requests for the fans.
Cool.
Go to the other podcasts, or no,
Oh yeah.
Page
We have
of
to
the
keep our
BuzzBoys.
beef alive.
and tell them that they suck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
And
That's it.
my question for you guys is, you know, the new Pokemon cards coming out. Any Pokemon lovers out there? Let us know what you're hoping to find in the new packs.
Ooh, also that. Yeah.
okay.
Maybe we're all looking for Lugia.
Ooh.
All right, but yeah, no, I think that's it then.
All right, cool. So, other than that, that'll pretty much be it for this episode of the BuzzBoys Podcast. Remember to follow us on TikTok and Instagram because we've been posting a lot there. Usually, whenever the new episode drops, that's how we let you guys know. It's usually in the link in the bio and stuff like that. But yeah, check us out on there. We'll be posting there weekly, almost every other day, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
So check us out there. Otherwise, that's going to be pretty much it for this week. So thanks again for sticking, listening to the Buzz and the Boys Talk.
Oh yeah.
So
Bye-bye.
we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Thank you guys.
Goodbye. Love you guys.
Love you guys.